Oh, baby.
Go, gadget methadone dispenser.
I put gin on top of my gin.
And I already shades of discomfort in all of that is.
The collection of short stories by Judy Blume.
You ever smell the inside of a hat?
I liked it. It smelled like you.
Craigslist for hookers.
Craigslist?
No, but worse than that.
Zig and Larry ignore a topic. The best parts of hanging out with these guys without the hangover.
Thank you, Zoom.
Thank you, Zoom. Welcome. Hey, sweetheart. Welcome to Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic, the only show that refuses to take itself seriously while still wearing pants. I'm Zig. That's Larry. If you are listening, this is probably on a podcast. Our podcasts come out at 5:30 in the morning every Monday. And then 5:30 in the PM on Wednesday. You can see us on our YouTube channel. So look at our silly faces. 5:30 Central Standard Time every Wednesday. Hi, Larry.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Good. I promised myself I'd get all that fucking nonsense out because we always forget to promote ourselves.
It's true.
So it's like just handing somebody a flyer on the street, Mitch Hedberg style. Like, here, you throw this away. Here, you fast forward 30 seconds.
Yeah. Although we did forget to mention, please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Anything that you're into. Our show would be nice, but just like good underwear, like good brands or socks, if that's your thing.
Yeah. Chair lifts, orthopedic insoles.
Mm-hmm. Insoles?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I am sweating.
You okay?
No, I am not.
Are you sweating yesterday's booze out, or?
And I think some of today's.
Very good.
I started Thursday night and I have not drawn a sober breath since that moment. And I said, as soon as I sat, I had food this morning. I haven't eaten since.
Do you recall the type of food?
There was bacon involved.
Okay. So food, yeah.
Yeah, and decided I'll only have some beers. And we're struggling. We're struggling. I'm gonna get these sweats out real quick. And it was as soon as I came down to the Danger Dungeon and I sat down and sent you the invite for the show. And I was like, all right, I'm feeling go. No. Oh no. Oh God. I'm dizzy. I feel like, like I'm just moist. I'm just damp now.
In all of your pores, is it coming out thick? Would you say it's like thick, like gravy, possibly like
It's more
like log cabin syrup?
It's not quite that thick. I think it's more like a roux before you put the flour in.
Is it also slightly like off beige? Is it a weird?
Yes.
Does it have a color?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's like something bad you would see coming out of coming out of the bottom of a 58 Chevy.
Good. This actually ties into the thing that we're going to be ignoring later. So I'm very excited about this, pal.
I'm glad I could set you up. Man.
You keep looking at me like you're just about to say, I don't want to jump if you had like a bungee cord attached to your ankle. You have this look at your face like, I can't do it.
You're gonna have to push me. Wow. I haven't done that to myself in a while. I will say
Good.
Saturday was a rough fucking day. That was one of those days that I was trying to be good to myself because I woke up at the crack of noon and was convinced that someone had went ass to ass with me, but there's just shit in my own butt. It was bad.
I don't understand what you just said.
I don't either. Does that mean anything?
No, I don't think so, but
'Cause-
emotionally, I can kind of tell that you were in a rough place.
Yeah, yeah. And I had a show that night, and I
Mm-hmm.
got to that show, and I just was like, I'm dying. I know I've got to do this. I'm hurting. And God love her, Nicole was with me and just brought me 2 beers and was like, drink these and I'll bring you 2 more. And I was like, and normally I'll have like 2 beers before I go on stage. And that was a day that I had 4 and was working on the 5th when I walked up. And that 5th one was what sent me into the finally feeling human again. And I was able to do the gig and felt pretty good after that. Because we just kept up a level of drunkenness.
Drinking this,
Drunkenness.
we're gonna invent some fucking words on this show. Da, 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 da.
If I have to pause, it's just me vomiting.
Dear God! All right, I'm gonna DoorDash you some food from way the fuck up here. If I have to. That's fine. I'll do it.
Oh, and you know how we've been joking about how Nicole and I can't wait to rent a house together.
Mhm.
Yeah, today our floor drain decided to start backing up again.
In the basement, or
yeah, in the basement. Fortunately, it was just during laundry, so we don't have any leave-ins. But yeah, we called.
any leavings to throw in the bin.
Yeah, we had to get on the phone with Roto-Rooter, and they're like, "Well, the best we can offer is tomorrow morning around 10 a.m." And we're like, That's fine. We don't need to shower."
None of this matters. It's fine. The stink in the house will permeate. Everything's groovy.
Yeah,
But if that's all you got, then we'll take it. Yeah.
yeah. If I need to shower, I'll just take the hose to myself out in the yard with some swim trunks and go to town.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Nope. I still got a baby pool. I'll get in there with a bar of soap and wave at the neighbors.
I was gonna say the swim trucks are nice, though. That's only for the neighbors, because that's because you're classy.
Yeah. Well, I try not to upset them since the last time.
What happened the last time?
I just shit in the yard.
Larry Smith, everybody, fighting in the street and shitting in the yard.
And I was not invited to the baby shower after that.
I'll fight you in the street. I swear to Christ, I will. Oh, give me a second. I have to go shit in my own yard.
I'm just shit in the yard. Hold on.
Or as we have learned, wrestle somebody down to the ground, take off their sock, and push the dumpster out from behind the building in the alley, should you need.
Well, whatever the occasion calls for, I am ready, except for right now. Please do not try to fight me in the street or make me wrestle a sock off. I'm just wrestling with my own humanity at this point.
God damn it. I was really hoping you were gonna fucking rope me in too.
Yeah. Give me about another 15 minutes and I'll be fine. But Jesus.
Vamp. That's way too long to vamp, pal. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you just keep talking, Zig. I'm just gonna take a nap. Yell when it's my turn.
What was your gig?
We had so once a year we do this this gig, and it sounds ridiculous. It's like a campground. But
what is a campground but not a campground? What is like a campground?
So campgrounds, people come and go.
People go and camp, yes.
Yeah, they'll bring their trailer in, they'll park for a week or a few days, and then they leave. This place, these people actually buy lot. It's like they don't live there year round, but they just buy the lot and they back their fifth wheel into it. And then during the summer, these people come out and stay during the summer. And this place, it's pretty nice. It's got its own pool. It's got, it does meals.
That's very similar to where I took a shit in public. Yes, that's one of those like campgrounds. It's not a campground, but it's like it's for fancy people. It's like I bought this place and I can park my goddamn RV there whenever I want. Exactly.
Yeah. And so they have an activities director, and so once a year she has us come out and do a show. And
sure.
So me and some lads went and tore it up on that Saturday night, and ended up being a lot of fun. you know, and I tried to be responsible after I started feeling human, but it's great. During my set, there was a tiny child that needed to use. So again, we're in like, they've got this big activity center where they have there's a kitchen and such, and they serve food. Well, there's restrooms in there, and this tiny child all of a sudden in the middle of my set just runs through to go to the bathroom. And I just paused and I was like, everyone else saw her, right? Like, I'm not the only one. Like, everyone else, she exists to everyone. And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh, thank Christ. I thought we were about to have a real problem.
Doing the booze-induced shining. Everybody saw her, right? Okay, cool. Did you see her exact twin sister in the River of Blood too? No? Okay, that was just a weird coincidence then. Can I get an ambulance? That'd be lovely.
Can we just, I'll finish my set while it's on its way out. I am a professional. But during my set, there was one point, and I don't remember even what it was, but as soon as this poor little girl stepped out of the bathroom, I went, and fuck, really loud, and she just stopped. And I was like, oh no, Christ. And she just runs, and like literally runs back out past. And I was like, okay, just again, double checking. We all saw her, right? Like this is not just me hallucinating. We all saw the tiny child, and there everyone's like, yes. I was like, okay. All right, I can't decide if I need to quit drinking or have another beer. I can't decide.
Well, different people have different, theories as to when they can expose their child to different experiences. A gigantic, terrifying fat man saying "fuck," I would say, yeah, 4.
Yeah,
3.5, 4. That's good. If it was you putting a toddler on a horse, apparently that's okay.
Yeah.
as long as they got the fancy seat that came from Kmart or whatever.
Yeah. No, you'll be fine. No, it's a 1,000-pound animal, but we're just gonna Velcro your ass to the seat. Don't worry about it. You won't fall off.
You won't fall off. This thing will keel over and break your leg. It's gonna die very soon. It's like it's on an egg timer. Every day it's like, and scene.
If it makes it past 2 p.m., we get another day out of it.
I just keep sharpening those knives for when it's ready to be stew. How old were you when you shot a gun for the first time, and what was the gun?
6.
6.
Yeah, I was 6, and it was a 410 shotgun.
What is pardon my ignorance, help me out.
So a 410 is it's like the smallest caliber of shotgun. It's like a long, skinny shotgun shell, and so it's used for small game like rabbits or
birds and shit.
Rabbit. Yeah, okay. You can use it for birds. It's not a lot of kick to it. It's not.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
Give baby Larry the shotgun. Why? Because I want to see fucking rocket ass backwards into the parking lot.
No. Give him the 12 gauge. Let's see what happens. But yeah, that was the first gun, and then I think it was 7 when I got my first. I got a 22 caliber handgun, and
7.
Yeah.
Huh.
7, and then at 8 I got a 22 caliber rifle, and then at 10 I got my first 20 gauge shotgun, which is just one step below the there's 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge, and 10 gauge. So yeah, I got a 20 gauge that when I was 10 that's when I started hunting deer, and at 12 or 13 I got my 12 gauge.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, it's just so like different to me. I was talking to my brother the other day. Because he has several weapons and he's a pretty good shot. I have never shot a weapon in my life.
Huh.
Yeah. I grew up in rural absolute nowhere. My brother and my stepdad, they both have several rifles and a couple of handguns. Yeah, no, just never. I'm not opposed to it. I just never have. I kind of want to go target shooting at some point, but I just I've never done it.
Yeah, you know what? We'll hook you up. You'll come down and we'll go do something.
See, that just sounds daunting. I don't want to hear. We'll hook you up. We'll do something. It's going to be out of a moving car in a really tricky neighborhood.
And there's a guy that owes me money, and we're just gonna go take care of some things.
Just take out a few of his shingles. I want you to shoot the gutters. Just hit his house a couple of times if you can. We're going to be doing about 35. It's your first time. Just squeeze, not jerk the trigger. You'll be okay.
Remember, do you want to pull back a little bit because it'll meet up? Just take out a shutter. Just a shutter. I think
You might as well. They're fucking pointless in this day and age. Shutters are just.
You know what? Fuck his birdhouse too. You can get one of those too on the way by.
I'm just picturing fucking a birdhouse now, and just trying because there is that hole, but there's also a little peg that comes out of the hole. So
yeah, you got to be careful.
Up on top of that, sure, absolutely.
Just that little peg. You take a nut and you just lay it on each side of the peg, so it's just not in the way.
You're going to want some really, really fine sandpaper and a little bit of Vaseline for that. Fool me once, shame on me. You know,
fool me twice, it becomes a kink.
Splinters in the nutsack.
Wasn't that a 90s grunge tune, wasn't it?
I would say it was the same. It's like Time in a Bottle, that song, but also Splinters in the Nutsack. If I could save time in a bottle and pull the splinters out of my nutsack. I don't think that has any legs at all, but there you go.
I think it was a first draft. Jim Croce was like, I don't know, I got time in a bottle, and then everything else makes no sense. I just got nonsense after that.
You showed me a picture of your toe. Yeah. So you said you dropped a block of ice on your toe.
Yeah.
It looks like you broke it. How to define block of ice? Where are you that you require a block of ice?
So we were keeping some beer in a couple coolers outside, and I went and bought some ice. Just going to get some big bags of ice, and the store.
Yeah, bags of ice. That's how ice comes these days.
Yeah,
not like with big tongs.
Yeah, the delivery guy didn't show up in a fucking mule-driven carriage or anything. Can I get you a block of ice?
Here's a 10-buck block of ice. Don't put it on your fucking toe.
Well, now you tell me. But I bought some big bags of ice, and I went to go get the big bags, and they were empty, like on the big bags, but they had a ton of these small bags of ice. And so I just went up to the front counter. I was like, hey, here's the situation. She goes, I don't know, grab like the 10. You want 10 of those little bags? So I was like, sure. Yeah, let's get 10. I come out on top with that. Oh, there's the acid reflux. It's not an episode if I don't have to stop.
Every episode with the goddamn burps that hurt. Hurt burps.
Whew, I'm just working through this redemption. This redemption here.
Yeah, I'm looking at your forehead. You're sweating mustard. I don't know how that's possible.
It's Grey Poupon, which is worse.
Well, it's fancy. I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman after all.
You're not a low class bastard, but Jesus.
But some of those small bags of ice, somehow had frozen in these like almost perfect squares.
Okay.
And they were like, probably 5 by 8 blocks. And so I had we were trying to fill up we'd run out of ice in the freezer. So we're like, oh, we'll just grab some of the ice out, that's still in the bag. And I had broken it up and torn it open, and Nicole was pulling some out. And you know how like when you're holding up a glass and the ice is stuck to the bottom till you're like, well, I'll just go ahead and tilt it back, and then it does a fucking dump. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's an avalanche of go fuck yourself. That's what happened. And a chunk of ice, probably, like I said, it had broken down to about 5 by 5, let's say 4 by 5 chunk, slid out of the bag. And it was, it's dark out. We couldn't see what happened, but I felt
nobody's around, no witnesses, nobody could tell.
It hits my toe, and with a resounding and sickening thunk, And Nicole goes, "Oh no." And I was like, "Yeah, that was my toe." She's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm drunk though.
Time will tell.
I'm drunk and a little bit high. So right now I'm great." And I like just a little red dot, right, and it hit right on the knuckle. So this little red dot on my knuckle, and I'm like, "Oh, that couldn't have been that bad." And then get up the next morning, and it is just black and blue halfway up the foot. And it's better now. It's healed up pretty good. A lot of the bruising's passed, but holy shit. I was like, "Oh, I think I broke that motherfucker." She's like, "Did you?" I was like, "I can move it." So maybe it's not completely broken, but it's probably a fracture. I think we'll be okay.
Well, that's the bitch. If you break a toe, they tell you, that's going to hurt. How do I deal with this? Oh, you don't. You just shuffle on as best you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I tape it to the other one to keep it in place, and then just pray that the socks aren't too tight that day, because I wake up Saturday with it all bruised up, and I'm like, I've got a show tonight. And I will say, by the time I got home, that foot was unhappy. It was like I came in, took my shoes and socks off, and I just sat in the chair, and I could just watch it pulse. It was just, I was just like, "Oh, that's not good. That's not right." But yeah, it's good.
That's what she did before TV. Just sit around and watch your sores pulse and ooze. It's like, somebody give me some charcoal. We're gonna sketch this.
Yeah, just bring in the kids. They seem bored. They should see.
Leave them alone. They're trying to invent the radio.
They need something besides my toe to keep them entertained. Go on, find yourself a good stick and give it a poking.
Oh God, I know that we're in trouble for this episode. You're not drinking, are you?
I have set the beer aside for a second because
Lord.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I am gonna put in an order for some ice water. Just give me a second.
You're gonna DoorDash some ice water from upstairs?
Yes, I am.
Very good.
Yeah. There we go. She is currently talking to a friend of ours that stopped by. And so I'm hoping she has her phone with her.
God. I thought I was fucking rough shape. You are not great.
No, I am holy shit. Like I said, I was doing good, and all of a sudden I'm just like, okay, I can do this. I can make this. I can make it. I can do it. I do want to apologize because I was fucking ripped last episode. Holy shit. I didn't even make sense to myself.
Yeah, no, this whole thing makes no sense. This is just one of us apologizing and moving on. That's the whole goddamn thing. How about if I get into today's topic? Oh.
Yeah, you should.
At your six, pal. At your six.
God love you. Thank you. I've said
hi, darling.
My body is suddenly breaking down.
Just now? You're overdue by like 10 years.
Yeah, I've had a good run. I just dumped half that glass of water on my lap.
That's fine. Your beard actually soaked up a decent amount of it. Did you dump it on your nuts on purpose, or is that just
No, it was just a function of me not being able to function.
Okay, so let's try to take a sidebar here and see if some of these amazing facts can bring you back from the void. Larry, today we are talking about some ridiculous things that are absolutely true about the human body that I did not know. I don't know why I stumbled across this. I had to do a little bit of research because a lot of these came from BuzzFeed. Like, that seems bullshit, but I did some research and actually they're citing their sources. So these are some amazing facts about the human body that you're currently experiencing, that you can go without water for 3 days, but you could possibly sweat bolognese currently like you are. Okay, So this one is
I'm sweating the way Dom DeLuise sweats. Or did sweat.
did sweat constantly, and that's why he died. So do me a favor, get some more water, drink a half of it, put the rest on your head and crotch, and just try to come back from the dead. Here is something that this is kind of a throwaway, but human eggs, they're small, but they are big enough to be visible by the human eye.
Really?
Yeah. So ladies are
so
born
my
with a-
wife was wandering around with a belly full of roe.
Yeah, they're tiny, but you could have like actually like moved them over, like if you were like counting diamonds on Pawn Stars with like a small little metal stick, like 2, 4, 6, 8. You could do it. You probably need like those little like eyepieces. That's a monocle, but it's a magnifying glass. But yeah, you could actually see female eggs.
Huh. Like, so,
Mhm.
huh?
That's all. That's
What do
that's
they
actually,
look like?
That's I don't know. Tiny little fucking nubbins. It's like a
Are they colored?
I was
Are
not
they
allowed
clear?
into the to the art department for that decision, so I'm not certain.
Are
That
they
was just kind of an interesting throwaway. The same as like remember when you were a kid where they told you that like your tongue had like salty, sweet, blah, 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 like receptors?
uh-huh.
Every single taste bud has all of those. That's bullshit. It's one of the very several things that we were all taught when we were kids. That's completely bullshit. Christopher Columbus was a hero. Your tongue has different taste receptors. All
And your
that
mom
stuff.
and your mom and dad love you?
Yeah, they never had a key party. That's all 100% true. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one that I think is very interesting. So, when doing surgery, organs don't necessarily have to be put back in the exact position they're meant to be. Your body just kind of moves the organs back into the correct position later. That's true.
I need to know how we found that out.
That is my notes for this one. Correct. So,
Who discovered that?
um,
Who was like, yeah, that stomach, let's put it up here near the heart and see if it migrates.
that seems, yeah. Who was the first person? Because it seems like the first kind of people who were doing surgery successfully in any culture from any point. They're like, oh, we should have really done a drawing or something, because I don't remember where any of this goes. It's like when you're making IKEA furniture, you have a little bag of fucking really important looking shit. You're like, oh, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do with this. And they went, just throw it in the lump and sew it back up. Try that.
Yeah, we got some parts left over. Just put it back in. Well, I don't know. Remember where it goes. Just it's somewhere around here.
Just stuff it in. Just stuff it all in
Just
and
with a
sew it
stick.
the fuck
Just
up.
give it a
Yeah,
shove.
absolutely. And then the next day, the guy woke up and amazingly did not fucking kill himself or did not pass out and die. So then they're like, well, for the sake of the scientific method, we're going to have to do this again just to make sure that he wasn't just really lucky. We're gonna have to cut this guy open and just move all of his bits around and put them back in, sew them up, and be like, "Oh, we think it's gonna be okay."
Sorry, Dale.
They're all Dale.
And that's okay. So they did it.
Mhm.
Did they have to open him back up and go, well, I'll be goddamned. Look, it all moved itself back.
I think it was just a long series of people getting real lucky. Like, there's no like, oh yeah, just where's the liver go? Roughly under what? The rest of it?
See that pile? Uh-huh. Just flip it over. I'm sorry. Just flip it over. Let's see what happens. If we just flip the pile over. Well, okay. Don't you think he'll be upset? I don't care. Fuck him.
Not if he comes out of this okay. I mean, if he doesn't, he won't be around next week to bitch about it. I don't know what to tell you.
What happened to Dale? Well, they just inverted his anus.
And what does that look like?
You ever seen a windsock?
Uh-huh.
Like one of those.
And was that on purpose or?
I think it was just a function of a weekend that started out great and ended up regretful.
When surgeons in Alabama say, "Hold my beer and look at this."
You know, I've always wanted to try it just once. Try one. Don't worry about it, but shut the door on your way out.
It seems like it would work better if you just invert it and it's more like a pastry bag. So you could actually like do some designs in the bathroom.
A pastry bag.
Yeah.
It's like a condom stuffed with old chewing gum.
You know, like that.
Who hasn't seen that?
Who hasn't seen that? It paints a mental picture, though.
It does, and I regret all of it. Jesus Christ.
Your elbow skin is called your weenus.
Yes. When the kids found out about that, we had a long series of one of the boys just coming up and whispering in either my ear or their each other's ears and just going, "Let me touch your weenus." Or just coming up and sneaking up and just like taking a pinch of elbow skin and being like, that's a good weenus.
And has no pain receptors.
No,
you can hit that with a goddamn vice. It would not hurt.
I don't recommend it.
I don't recommend doing anything I've ever said.
And yet I've done all of it.
This is a fun episode. I'm desperately trying to hang on. You're desperately trying to not die. The only time that clinking is literally just ice water.
Yep. Sometimes you got to rehydrate.
Oh, this one's for you. Okay, ready? Your brain actually has a regulator on how strong your muscles are. So for most people, it would be possible if your brain did not have a regulator, your leg muscle, if it was to contract at full strength, it would snap your femur.
God damn.
Yeah, most people have that kind of power. So it's like like when women or people like they see a loved one trapped under a car, all of a sudden you could like pick it up and move it and like throw it over.
Yeah,
your adrenaline like can unlock that power, but your brain has a regulator on it. If that wasn't there, we'd all be fucking Batman, dude. Like you could technically squeeze your leg as hard as you could and it would snap your own bone.
That is absolutely fascinating.
Mm-hmm. I thought you'd like that one. So now, how do we unlock this power in you to use for good and not for evil?
Well, I think it involves like a handle of whiskey. A handle of whiskey, I'm guessing some type of horse cocaine.
There's more than one type. There's a type of horse
Sure.
cocaine?
Do I look like an expert on anything?
That's certain. If we have any listeners in Colombia, we're curious. Oh God.
Give me some horse cocaine.
Of course, yeah. That's how you win the fucking.
That's how you win the Kentucky Derby.
That's how you win the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes. Give horse cocaine. How's it different? It's bigger and there's more of it. And you put it directly in his dick.
Horse meth enema, which was a great band that I think we saw at a small club in Chicago in 1999.
Horse meth enema. Yep. That's all you need. You need all that meth. Just put it right up your horse's ass. And if you do it in 1/26th amount, he'll move his lips. So you can do Mr. Ed, the home game.
That's I think wasn't that Dave Grohl's band right before Foo Fighters, but after Nirvana?
For like 3 seconds, yeah, when he was real depressed.
Yeah, yeah,
He was just huffing anything that he found underneath his kitchen sink,
including horse meth
including
enema.
horse meth. I don't want to talk bad about Dave Grohl. I think he's actually a really nice guy.
He is. He seems rad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I love Dave Grohl. I've been a fan for a long time. And Willow has become a huge fan of oh my God, words are hard. Of
Fugue fighters. That's you and I. We're the fugue fighters.
The fugue
Like,
fighters.
I promise I will not forget where I'm at for 3 hours.
Yeah. Man, I'm just I am
That's
sorry.
our t-shirts, the fugue fighter.
The fugue fighters.
Jesus.
Yeah, and my voice has just sounded like this. Like yesterday was real bad. Like it was just all gravel and sadness. Like my voice, and although I will say, Nicole just was like, I don't mind it. She's like, that's pretty great. And I was like, I sound like I'm auditioning to do the voice work for the Thing on the Fantastic Four animated series.
All you need is 2 more cigarettes and less sleep, and then offer me the blue pill or the red pill.
Right? Oh man. And my voice was even deeper yesterday. Like it was way down here. No.
Or possibly sell me Allstate insurance.
Yeah. Allstate. Do you drink regularly? Do you drink copious amounts? Allstate. We killed a handle of vodka on Friday night. This is what I don't know why I do this to myself. Yeah, I do, because sobriety is stupid and I hate it. But I don't know how my straight edge friends do it.
I'm not certain how you can look at the general life and be like, yeah, I'll be fine without ignoring that.
Yeah, I'll be fine without chemical enhancement. Fuck that. It's hard. It's hard to deal with. Like occasionally, yes, you just have to deal as an adult. You have to deal, but man, I just can't imagine just not having that out on occasion.
And I don't know how to deal with it because I'm jealous. There are people who are like, come on and dance with me. All my noodles are made on plant products. Are you okay? Like, I feel like those people just like, sometimes they just fill up their tub and put their head into it and just try not to bring it out.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, but then, the last second, your body just has to save itself. Trust me.
So moving on.
Could I elaborate? No.
Hey, buddy. The average
pal.
average human erection. So we're saying average.
Uh-huh.
Has about 130 mils of blood. Okay. The average rabbit has about 126 mils of blood entirety. So, if you have the average male penis, which is about 5 1/4 inches, 5 1/4, 5.5, for white people, that's the average.
I know it's the statistic. I get
it. But once you get a rocks hard,
is that
penis,
American? Or is that overall in the world?
Would you like my guess? That's all I got.
Yes, please give me your guess.
I'm going to say Caucasian, Caucasoid, all over the world. Yeah.
All right.
You fill that bastard up. And it's rock hard. Like you can. Yeah. There's more blood in that than an average bunny.
Well, that's just, I'm going to start calling my boners bunny poppers.
I think sure. No, you won't, but I wish you would.
Hey, baby, come check out this bunny popper.
I think what's weird is that from that little like nugget that I read, somebody had to go really far from A to B on that. It's like, so average male penis, yeah. but they come in all shapes and sizes, right? Yes, yes, yes. Especially depending on where you're at in the world and melanin rather.
Melatonin, how chill they are.
Yeah.
I know that if I'm more relaxed, my boner is better. I'll be honest. I know that.
Also, what is an average rabbit? There's several different breeds. I don't know the middle one. Okay, fine. So we're going with the middle one and the middle one. Great.
One of those
How
big
much-
Norwegian bastards? No.
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 Wait, are we talking about the guys or the rabbits? Neither. What I'm saying is we're averaging everything.
I'm going to need you to write this down. This is impossible to keep up with.
Okay, we're talking think like CPA in New Jersey,
Okay.
and
all right.
also think Petco in New Jersey. Those are the average. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Okay. So
How did we know this, though? Again, how
we
do we
drained
know?
them both.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Dale, I'm going to need you to get really
Publish
excited.
me.
I'm going to need you to get really excited. And I'm going to stick this this needle into your cock.
Pardon?
Yeah. And then I'm going to drain the blood out of it.
Why?
Cause science.
So we can see if it's more or less blood in this exsanguinated rabbit that I've just destroyed.
Because my wife recently left and I'm very sad and I don't know what to do with myself. So we're going to drain both of these things. I don't are we in separate? No, you and the rabbit have to make eye contact the entire time.
Why? Because if you don't, I lose a bet with the guys in the pool.
Because then it's not science and I can't get this put in a BuzzFeed article. What the fuck? Well, when you think of like the average rabbit, my God, I get the mouth sweats. When
That's not pre-puke.
that's what the mouth sweats usually are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
That's actually somewhere around number 27 on my list, by the way.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, he's gonna burk off?
All right, we're good. When you think about the average size rabbit that you see in your backyard in the Midwest, those are big. They're pretty big.
I can feed 2 people for an evening, sure.
Yes. And you're telling me that the average wanger has a rabbit's worth of blood.
Yes. In general, correct, yes.
Okay. I don't know why this is so hard for me to get my head around.
Okay, here. Hold on. I don't want to get to this one. Oh, by the way, this one I thought was, once you think about it, you're like, yeah, sure. But it also freaks me the fuck out.
Okay.
Your intestines are in near constant motion.
Oh.
The tubes that are in you between your stomach and your butthole, they're constantly wriggling.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because you got to move shit through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just think about that.
Oh my God. I don't know why that freaks me out, because it's my body. It's not like somebody's like,
Sure
all those worms we put inside of you when you were sleeping last time, those are in constant motion. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't like it, but that makes sense. But you just tell it, hey, your guts are constantly moving inside your torso. Good luck. Fuck. No. God, no.
It always used to freak me out too. I used to, like, if I thought about it too much, this is a very weird thing, but think about 1 billion tadpoles in your balls. I used to think I could feel them swimming around if I thought about it too much. That screwed me up for a while.
Wow.
Like that was 3 different therapists. Like, but I have little swimmers in there, and I think it's weird. It's yeah.
Don't touch my little swimmers. Huh.
But yeah, your intestines and your nuts, they're constantly wriggling, and probably a bunch of other things.
Well, I could feel my nuts wriggling currently.
That's because you're holding them, I'm guessing.
I just don't want them to fall off either.
This one is especially for you.
All right.
That brown line on your scrotum is where your labia fuse together in the womb. Your clitoris formed the frenulum of your penis.
I think I knew that.
Yeah, like we're all female
Yeah.
initially, but that's why the balls have that weird little line down the middle.
I always wondered why we had the seam.
Yeah, that's why.
Huh. Well, that's fantastic.
43 years ago, you had yourself a little labia.
Yeah, we all start out female. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But oh man, I didn't realize that the seam was where we just
That's where you got
sewn up.
Yeah, you got sewn up. Like, just put the ovaries in there, and then what? I don't know. Turn the clitoris into a huge, big thing that is actually not that big. And then, what? I do a lot of body hair and shame. Cool. Thanks. That sounds good.
Yeah. Body hair and shame. Great detective show from the 90s.
That's not my favorite.
It's not, no. I got nothing.
Although it did have Tom Selleck.
It did. It was just his mustache, actually. It was just Tom Selleck's mustache.
Was it Tom Selleck that did the... Okay, you're going to make fun of me, but he did like the Playgirl shoot?
That was Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Yes. I was because successful mustaches.
Yeah.
But yes, correct. So like, but who's like a very like not fit, but not like ripped as shit, dude.
Yeah.
But just like not a six pack, but covered in body hair. And just lying there like, and that was the norm.
And that was okay. That was okay.
I am watching you struggle so hard. You okay?
I'm good. I just had a moment. Thank you,
Seamless.
Zoom. Seamless.
Perfection. So how you feel now, pal?
I've got a little. I put some food in me. Got a little movement to me. Feeling better. Sorry about that.
You got a little movement.
Got a little movement
internally. Is your organs settling?
Yeah, they went back to the right spot. Apparently, when I asked how do they know about this, it was me. Apparently, I volunteered for that sometime this weekend, and I don't know. My God. Oh, yeah. Well, I went to go, as the listeners can tell, with our seamless transitions. I had to have a little break. And when I went upstairs and Nicole looked at me, she's like, "You don't look well." And I was like, I'm fine. She's like, put some food in your face real quick. Okay. What do you got this?
What was the cure du jour?
It's like she got some of these little like spinach, bacon, like tarts. So like a little tart. Like
mini quiche kind of thing, or
it's like a fold over. She got them at the farmer's market. Real good.
Okay.
Like it's got some cheese in there.
Like and spanakopita?
I'm sorry. I don't speak.
I'm just gonna keep throwing fucking words at you.
Now pierogi. I know what a pierogi is. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's like the just like a flaky dough that gets filled with stuff and they fold it. She knows the words to all this. To me, it was just, I was like, can I just have this little foldy sandwich? She was like, you'd have a little foldy sandwich. So yeah, shove that down my face, and I'm good to roll. Sorry, I should have done that at the beginning. Who knew?
Speaking of which, you can only swallow 2 to 3 times before your body forces you to wait to try again.
Well, let's everybody try it.
Yep, I have several times. Go.
Okay. All right. How many times?
2 to 3 in a row.
Well, let me get some more water.
Well, you can use that as one. Count them down.
Yep, 3. I got 3. I got the water down, swallow, and that fourth one, my throat was like, no, you're drowning and you have to stop.
I feel like my body would do much better if I had that for like things going down your throat, things going up your butt. I'll give you 3 chances, but after the third, dude, you gotta calm down and think about your fucking life.
Yeah, you've all the mistakes that you keep making, you have to stop doing this. There's only so much the rest of us can do to keep you around. What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? My intestines are wiggling. I can feel things moving around in my bowels. I have fucking issues upon problems.
My brain makes me think I want things in my butthole. My butthole makes my brain think that it wants things in the anyway. Now we're just talking.
Why does your butthole get a vote? Butthole gets all the votes. Listen to me and listen good. Butthole gets 51% of all the votes.
In the electoral college of my body, my butthole is Florida.
My heart and my butthole, both Florida.
But my dick is Georgia.
I've always said that about you.
Yeah.
Constantly. Your dick is Georgia. Your taint is Tennessee, and that's mostly because of the barbecue.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it just when you put your ear up to it, all you can hear is country music.
That's all you want to hear. It's all you need to hear. I'm gonna do this last one because this tripped me up so much. I didn't realize it was a thing. I'm so happy it's a thing.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where like you don't talk about typically to other people because you're like well, whatever. So like when you're sick, right? When you have a stuffed up nose, I'm guessing this is true for you. You get like a bunch of snot in like the right side, but you can still breathe out the left.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like it switches to the other one.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's everybody. I didn't realize that was a thing. Breathing through your nose, most of the air enters through one nostril, period. It switches every few hours. It's called a nasal cycle. Our body does that on purpose, and you only really notice it when you have like snot and a blockage. But when you breathe in, your body is in a constant state of picking one, then the other. It's not really a huge thing, but if you go, like if you're doing it like on purpose, you'll feel it sucked in both ways. But when you're just like walking around, it goes, no, we're doing the left right now. We're doing the left, and it did it for maintenance. Left, and then we do the right for a while. Isn't that fucking trippy?
But why?
I don't know. I'm sure it makes sense because of evolution. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Well, I mean, I know the mucous membranes have to remain moist.
And you're welcome.
They just keep talking dirty to them. So maybe it's so they don't get overly irritated.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I don't get it.
I pulled up this like I can read this to you, but it's not going to be good. It's from like a medical journal, but it's a thing. It's called the nasal cycle. Nasal airflow is greater in one nostril than in the other because of transient asymmetric nasal passage obstruction by erectile tissue. Not that kind of erectile tissue. The extent of
nose boner
obstruction alternates across nostrils with periodicity referred to as the nasal cycle. Like it just keeps going on like this. It just makes it's just more big words, and it's like, are you? At the end of this, you could possibly assemble your IKEA stove, but it's like, what the fuck?
You know, with my day job, I have to read stuff like this all the time, and I have to pretend like I understand it. Like this would have been an episode where it would have been good for us to have our first guest, and that guest be Nicole, because all of what you just brought to my attention and us going, how, why, I don't understand. She would be able to explain it to us as if we were simple children. And because she's actually, what's the word I'm looking for? She
smart?
Reads. Yeah, that's the one. Smart. she's smart, and she actually pays attention to things. And
there's your problem.
she's good at her job. which is dealing with medical records. And none of that makes sense. None of that. Did you know she graduated with honors?
Did not, but does not surprise me.
You know what I did? I graduated.
Not, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best I can say.
I was 0.04 away from with honors, and that really pisses me off to this day.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually. It didn't piss me off.
I was gonna say no.
No, it didn't piss me off. That doesn't piss me off now. I earned that. Like, oh yeah, I should have actually shown up to some of the gen eds, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess if I had been there, but yeah, yeah, she's just one of those people she's encyclopedic in her knowledge of things, like to the point where the kids started calling her Nicopedia.
Okay.
Because anytime they would ask a question, she'd be like, "Oh yeah," and be able to answer it, whether it be school stuff or just like in general. She had the knowledge. She had the knowledge and could like actually explain it to us. And I say us, I mean us. But there's just times where she'll be like, we'll see something and I'm like, well, that's crazy, huh? And she's like, oh yeah. And then she'll tell me for 20 minutes about it, which I love, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, and nodding like I pretend half and I understand half of the words that she's saying. That's the other thing when we're working, I have to pull the Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters, where I have to look at her and say, pretend that I don't have a degree in psychology and that I haven't been in healthcare for years, and that I haven't been doing this job and looking at medical records every day for the past 7 years, and just use real human words, which is helpful when she's like, oh right, all right, put it in Larry speak. Yes, please put it in Larry speak.
I find myself having to when I'm speaking to my wife, like, do you care about this? No. Okay, then I will quit speaking. Do you care about this? Really? Excellent. I have facts in my head. Yeah. I can't, like we've talked about 1,000 times. I couldn't tell you about, I can remember 2 of my birthdays. I'm almost 43. I can like just spout out facts that I learned from 20 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, because of blah, blah, blah. It's mostly bullshit though.
See, and I have pretty good memory for everything but like facts and figures and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, I can remember fun stuff. I can remember, I've never forgotten a time I've made a mistake, that's for sure.
I've never been allowed to forget, so
yeah, it's Kyle Kinane has that great bit about repressed memories. It's like, oh, repressed memories. Talking about how people will pay a hypnotist or a psychologist to help them unlock their repressed memories. He's like, and I can't stop remembering things. So if you know how to repress memories, please, give me the knowledge I need, magician, or something like that. I need to make these disappear. Which is what the booze is for, because then, yeah. I do like that the jar you picked up looks like a Leavens jar. It really, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just
we're drinking the piss out of this bastard.
Hey, I want to say, I want to get on to you about the dad joke, but that was good. That was just good, and it made me happy.
It just looked like piss.
Yeah, well, sometimes that happens. Hey, I'm going on vacation this week.
I know. God, mine is over, and I'm so upset.
I know. But you see, we should have figured out how to just time it better and just went on vacation the same week and just. But that's the thing. I know with our show, we're holding on to listeners just by a thread. It's just
if that.
So if we miss a week, they're just like, finally, I'm done with this obligation.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
So I know we got to be careful. If we'd just been like, all right, guys, we'll be back next week, they'd be like, no, you won't. That's it. I feel like a lot of our listenership is just an at-will employment condition. We will drop you at any time for any reason that we see fit. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, pal.
Hey, buddy.
What'd you learn?
I learned that if you have a willing participant or a rag soaked in ether, you can move somebody's guts around and they'll put themselves back where they're supposed to.
That's actually true.
I learned that I cannot swallow more than 3 times in a row, which is really going to cut into my OnlyFans business.
Too easy.
I'm doing my best. I finally stopped sweating. Stopped sweating. I should have just, as soon as we started and I was sitting like this, I should have been like, all right, give me 20 minutes. I'm sorry. I got 20 minutes. I'm just going to go lay in the backyard and pray for death. And if I don't die, then we'll get started again. I apparently I had to cycle through some things. Also, apparently, we've discovered some limitations to my body's ability to survive. Did I live? Yes. Did it? Was it close here? You nearly could have posted this video and gotten millions of hits and just gotten a new co-host, because if I had just keeled over. It's just what I would hope though is if it was in the middle of me like, wow, Zig, that's crazy. And just me dead, just black and white picture and arms of the fucking angels just going in memoriam. Look at this dumb fuck.
In the arms of the angels.
It just and wind beneath my wings. Can be wind or even turn back time.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just throwing things out now. And what'd you learn, buddy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
What did I learn then?
The tensile strength of the armpits of that t-shirt.
Yes. How absorbent it might be.
The fact that ice water is not the panacea, but spanakopita, I believe, might be. And that's what you ate. I'm guaranteeing you that's what you ate.
I'm sure it is. And there's so often I hear a word and I'm like, that means nothing to me. And I'm just going to call it what I want to call it. Now, I'm not going to be like a dickhead at like a Mexican restaurant and be like, give me one of them Mexicali sandwiches. You know, I'm not going to like, I will, if I'm at a restaurant, I will do my best to order appropriately. But around the house, if I don't have to know something, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
That's fine.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
I love you.
Son of a bitch!
Parts about hanging out with these guys. God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfuck.